Well, hello there, old man Steve here. And I thought, I'd talk about a little bit of history. History is something people think, well, you get that out of books, but and usually in school, but that's not altogether true. You can get history from the older generation like myself, from your grandparents or from a neighbor or somebody that you know that's elderly. They can tell you stories about how it was and what they did, and that gives you some history. And that's something that can be very entertaining, and also you learn something. You don't have to sit around and play with your phone all day long. Go talk to a neighbor or call up your grandparents or go see them. And while you're at it, maybe they want you to change a light bulb for them because there's something they can't do anymore. Little things like that mean a lot to an elderly person. I know, because I'm elderly. But anyway, when I was a kid, I remember that I was always interested in puppets. I don't remember having any puppets, but I always wanted to make them, or because back then you couldn't just go online and order something and it'd be delivered to you like you can nowadays, or go to a store somewhere. You had to make it. Not always, but sometimes. And puppets were interesting to me, and I always wanted to have a little puppet theater or a marionette theater. I think I had some books on how to do all of that, but for whatever reason I never did. I don't know. I think probably if I'd gotten my dad he would have helped me, but I don't think I ever talked to him about it, and that's probably my fault, not his, because I had a very loving mom and dad, and so they probably would have, encouraged me. But that's just something I always thought that I wanted to do, but I never really did. So when you're young like that, if you want to pursue something, you should do it if you can, Anyway, and I have since gone online and looked at puppets, and you can buy them, and some of them are really expensive, but they're really nice. But I think what a fun thing to do with real young kids is to, and they probably do this in schools, I don't know, is to make your own puppets. That would be nice, and that would be fun, and it's engaging. But I remember more recently when I lived, when I had my own home before I sold it. We lived in an older neighborhood, and the people across the street from me, they had a house that they bought from Sears department store. Back then, this was like a long time ago. You could buy a house from a catalog, and they would deliver it, and they'd put it up for you, and that's how they got their house. I wish now that I had asked them more about how all of that happened, because that was just, when I found that out, I was flabbergasted. I didn't know such things happened. I don't think anybody does that now, maybe so, but that was unusual back then. Back then, Sears had a catalog, and you could order stuff out of the catalog, and they would mail it to you. They didn't deliver that I remember. It was all done through the mail. But times have changed, and things are different. And so that's a little bit of history I thought I'd talk to y'all about. And y'all have a good day now. You hear? Okay. Bye.